Alright, this is the... what is it? Alright, I think it's the fourth mission? Fourth? Fourth or fifth mission in the campaign here, seeking the steel. And we are... let's see... we need to defeat Mystero and to rescue Sir Quintain and gain the True Griffin Heart's Blade. I probably don't have to be as careful as I was in this one. We're probably going to be fine here. I'm guessing, like, I really went crazy trying to get these guys, like, maxed out. It probably doesn't matter at this point, so maybe play a little bit more casually here. Let's go ahead and go to the summoning. What do we want to summon here? I guess you can summon elves? Suppose you could do that. Just, I'm sure there are people wondering, and this is only with Equilibris that you can Alt-E and select what you want to summon. I think in the base game, it just kind of randomly gives you whatever. And if you want to summon something in particular, then you've got to do things like just limit the number of slots, and kind of like have what you want to summon in the slot already, and it'll just keep summoning that particular unit. A little tricky. Let me see here. So you've got, yeah. Okay. I was going to split my army. Maybe I should split my armies. We could do that later when I get a few guys, like, summoned here. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Oh man. Okay, big numbers, actually. Really big numbers. And this guy should be okay in front. I think he's got a fair amount of resistance. Oh, I don't have summoning. I don't have the ability to summon anything. Yeah, they never gave me that, did they? Mass Nature Ward. Let's start with that. Well, okay. Dragon Strength. So what's her deal? Okay, can't forget this guy. This guy, he's immune to that. Do we have, like, mass stuff? No? Mass Bless will work. Oh, wow. What? I didn't realize he was that weak. Well, going to have to heal this guy, obviously. I think she can probably do that better. Or, well, no, I don't want to... When an order ward, we did nature ward. I thought that nature, like, if they cast a spell on me, that even though it's order, because I've got nature ward on, maybe that's true or maybe that's not true. I don't remember. Let's go ahead and Divine Intervention. I'm going to go ahead and... Zerk's not going to work either. Where's Power Drain? Does... No, Hypnotize doesn't work on these guys either. Oh, jeez. There it is. Stop that guy from from doing stuff, maybe. Okay, can't really stack power drain or anything. I think that I pretty much got all the buffs that I can get. Let's just go for some shooting here. Oh, nice. I mean, we could Guardian Angel, but... yeah. Nice hit. Nice hit. Yeah, I do pretty good damage. There's no question about that. Are you done yet? He's still got some spell points, apparently. Okay, should be out of shots by now. Alright, there she blows. Okay, I'll give it to that guy, I guess. Let's see. Try that. We've got some pikemen if we want the pikemen. Do we want the pikemen? We don't have any room. So the hell with it. I mean, I guess I could... even though we can't really utilize them, I'll just start the growth, I guess. Okay, can't add the guy. Man, we got a lot of stuff over there, don't we? Like I said, start on the growth. I suppose I'll go ahead and break these elves off real quick here. Let me go up here because I see a chest or two. Our first clue that an attack was imminent came from the horses. As usual, Lord Lysander was riding in front of the column when his warhorse began stomping at the ground nervously. Riders with less training had to fight against the reins to keep their animals in line. Okay. I see. No mask, there you go. Okay, fine. Oh, looky, we got some champions. 4 champions, in fact. I got flies flying around everywhere here. Pikemen, 9 pikemen total. $18 of these guys, huh? Okay, I could add 4 champions. I'm not going to. We're just gonna... I mean, I doubt if I'll need them, but we'll just kind of let them brew over here and grow. I brought some bad news to Lord Lysander myself. Some of our scouts report that another army has entered the region from the south. What standards do they fly? Lysander asked, even though he suspected the answer. The old Griffinheart banner. They are loyal to Sir Wharton, no doubt. They've probably figured out why I've come here. Wharton is going to try to kill his own father before I can reach him. Seems that way, I said. Yes, and if we don't reach Sir Contain before they do, Paladria will be lost to the murderous fraud. I could tell by my lord's tone that he would sooner die than let's see that happen. Alright, so... let's go. What is this? Dwarven Hammer. No thank you. We've also got this. We could go ahead and... Holy crap, this is a lot of... That's a lot of dudes. Still doing the mass precision thing. I don't have mirth, do I? Not on this guy. Or mass fervor, rather, not mirth. It's a lot of trolls, actually. It's big stacks. Yeah, you would, I mean, you would have kind of, like, just going in, let's say I didn't, like, do all the preparation that I did do. I would probably have a little bit of a challenge on my hands here. Like, bunch of these water elementals, holy crap. That could be real tricky if I didn't have all the prep that I did that first map. So, yeah. Mass Order Ward should protect me from these idiots. Okay, these guys are not hypnotizable. They're not blind. Are they blindable? They might be. I might be blocked there. I think you can blind them. Let's go mass precision. Do I have mass nature ward? I do not. Okay, cool. Whoa! They got to move first. course, you managed to move them in exactly the right spot, I guess, huh? You know what? This'll stop the nonsense. They can't... this guy's immune to ice, so they can't ice bolt him. Oh, they hit me where it hurt, though. Well, I do have Resurrection. I can resurrect those guys. We don't really want to lose those, though. I can't actually get this guy out of the way, though. Not cool! I'm actually having trouble with this battle right now, even. Tell you what, just Guardian Angel this bastard. I can't actually do anything because this guy's coming at me here. Also, this dude's running out of spell points. Wow. There you go. Alright. Oh, I forgot to resurrect those guys. Oh my god. Well, not off to the greatest start, to be honest. What's this? Amulet of the Undertaker. No thanks. Ooh, don't have the money. Don't have the money, really. You know what? I don't really care too much about keeping my resources. Let's just do what we gotta do to get that 10,000. Ah, advanced seamanship, you bastard. Okay. Is this something I should be concerned with? I think there shouldn't be a problem, right? Holy crap, it might be a problem. Think it's a problem? It might be a problem. We want to go, what, Nature Ward? then we definitely have to go mass slow. And then we do the dragon strength thingy. And then mass bless. Okay, not too bad. And prayer, is that going to do much? Oh, the other thing is mass fervor. Yeah, that for sure. Gotta get serious about these guys now, because these guys are coming in hard. Not that guy. Nice hit. Wow. Okay, that's 2,000 for everybody. There's a level. Huh. Kind of interesting, the fact that you don't have advanced magic resistance, huh? I'll take the archery. Jeez, man. Okay, Grandma. Okay, I guess you're going to force me into that then, huh? Well, that's how it is, I guess. That's how it is. Dwarven hammer. I didn't take that chest with these guys, did I? Okay, we want a buttload of those resources. What is this? A Warlord's Ring? Warlord's Ring is actually good. I don't think I'm going to be able to trade for that right now. So let's just go forward for now. I don't believe that, let's see, 67,000, 44,000. It's quite a big number there that I need. Oh, what is that? Okay. At some point, it makes more sense just to buff the individual unit. Really? I mean, really, dude. Is there anything here that I can do that would help me out? Well, you know, these guys are just a pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and forgetfulness one of these guys. Oh, interesting. I don't have Summon Leprechaun on this guy. Well, that's odd. Son of a gun! Oh man, that's frustrating. Resurrect yet again. You know what? We need to take that. We need to take that out there. No more of that for you. Okay, we've already done that. We max buff this one unit stack. And you do have Chaos Ward. Oh, you don't have... Wait a minute. Didn't I buff way more than this? No wonder I'm in bad shape. How did I... Have I been buffing on somebody else? Where's my Chaos Ward? Everybody else has Chaos Ward. Where's my Chaos Ward go? Well, that's kind of... What? No wonder I'm taking damage. I'm not sure how I don't have a Chaos Ward on that guy. Okay. I thought I was Dragon Strengthing and did I Dragon Strength the wrong person? No. Maybe the whole stack got killed at one point. I don't know. Somehow I lost my buffs. That probably explains why I was having so much trouble. Alright, I want to stop doing stuff with this character because this character has no spell points left. I think that's about it. Snake Strike. Yeah. Defender increases the defense when they are defending against an attack. I don't think that means when they defend a turn. I think that means just... Well, what else would it mean? I don't know. Get off me, bro. Get off me. Guardian Angel there. Yeah, it's well, theoretically anyway, it was more efficient to just buff that one stack rather than buffing everybody. I think... Oh god, text wall. I'm usually up late finishing my tasks for the day and making sure the night watch is in position, so I'm accustomed to sneaking between sleeping soldiers. I was a little surprised, however, to find Lady Dessette twirling around and humming in the darkness outside her tent. So I approached her. She smiled and even blushed. "You caught me, Squire Milton," she said. "I did not mean to, my lady. I was only curious if I could help you with something. Are you having trouble sleeping?" Lady Dessette laughed good-naturedly and spun around gracefully. "No, Squire, I am well. More than well, I am dancing. Do you like to dance?" Lord Lysander seldom attends balls. I have very little opportunity to practice. Dessette took my hand and pulled me closer. "That's a shame. I love dancing." "At this hour?" "I try to do it every day, even at my age. It keeps my heart young." She started turning and swaying to some unheard music. "Dance with me, Squire Milton. It has been so very long since I've had a partner," Dessette said. I could not refuse. Dessette hummed a beautiful tune for my benefit, but my clumsy feet were still unable to keep the beat. It seemed as though it took hours for me to finally get it right. "You're more graceful than you think, Squire. I'm afraid you're a bad liar, my lady." Dessette laughed, and we continued. Soon I found myself frowning because this is what I was missing. I had never danced with a woman beneath the stars before. This was the sort of thing one did with the one they loved, like a wife, but I'd never been in love. Okay, I'm just taking a look at her avatar there. Alright. Whatever. Ooh, that was a 2001 too. Let me see if I can scrape together the gems here, or if I'm going to need more time, or what. I might need more time. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. Yeah. Tell you what. There we go. Big numbers. Okay, fine. Really? Grandmaster Archery, I like that. Okay. Okay. Master Order Magic is good to have. I could not get in this anyway, so there's probably no point in me defeating those guys right now. Oh, there's a marketplace right there. Great. Let's see here. Potion of mana? Potion of mana, huh? I could use one of those right now. Potions of mana used to be buyable at certain towns, but with Equilibris that changed, so you can only get them at these potion, or these, I don't know what kind of shop this is, but no longer buyable in towns that was deemed to be overpowered. What is this, a blacksmith? Yeah. At the blacksmith. Okay. Yeah, I think it was Nature and Chaos had mana potions available. So it's got another champion thing right here. Here it goes. Mass Chaos Ward. Mass slow those guys. don't you dare luck out. Ah! Son of a biscuit. Did you wake up? You woke up, okay. Oh, you managed to block me, so I can't blind him. You have to have line of sight to hypnotize, too. I'll wait. And now the problematic part is I kind of forget who is going to move. Was this guy going to move? I don't remember. Okay, apparently not. Oh. Looks like he no longer has Guardian Angel on. Which means took a ton of damage. Okay, good. You gonna move? You're probably gonna move, aren't you? Oh! Oh, that's brutal. Gonna have to res that. There you go. Okay, did it. Potion of Endurance, I don't care. Okay, again, like the other one, I'm just, you know, we're just building the growth here. Maybe gonna need it, maybe not. Probably not. "22 griffins, not bad. Okay. I'll, no, maybe not. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Not yet. Sniper's crossbow, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Doesn't really matter who's using that, I guess. Forgot that my money growth isn't all that good yet. Okay. Nobody advanced nature. Would like to have seen that guy advance nature. Okay, this is a biggin. What's this? Apprentice's Handbook. Don't need it. The nerve-wracking screech cuts the peaceful silence of the wilderness. Strewn along the path are uprooted trees and bones of unfortunate travelers, and then out of the muck springs the many-headed Hydra, quickly followed by its companions. Okay, well, the Hydra aren't the worst part of this. It's the Ifrit that are the most dangerous here. I'm gonna just bind Flyer real quick. Hydra are not a problem. It's the damn Ifrit. Oh, you got me, did you? Despite me having Chaos Ward. I guess it doesn't apply to the spell, which is a death spell, huh? I thought that it worked like if the unit casting was Chaos and you had Chaos Ward, regardless of the spell, you would have a 50% chance of resisting. But maybe it's not like that. How do we get out of that? Okay, we got out of that. Give him hell, man. Oof. +4, wow. I'm gonna refresh that. Don't have any, like, direct damage stuff. Yeah, I got Ice Bolt. There you go. Boy, teleport. I suspect that it's disabled on this map, but that would have been really nice. Divine intervention, please. Oh, nice. Okay, lost one, resurrected one. We got more stuff going on here, though. Okay, this is obviously not the same issue. Let's get rid of that, because those guys are really nasty. Nice hit. Not resurrection. There you go. Okay, we're in. Why do we want to be in? I don't know. This is where we're going. Ooh, hey, fountain. Nice. Oh, I see. Oh, this is Mysterio. Oh, really? Mysterio. Okay, this must be a short one. Wow. This is already the guy. Didn't bother moving. Okay, cool. I don't know. Was this the guy that we were supposed to like? Is this like the ultimate guy? Oh, you must be. Oh yeah, he's level 30. Pyromancer, which means he's got tactics. I was like, damn. Now slow. Let's buff the heck out of this guy. Okay. Did you wake me up? I think you woke me up. Nope, I'm not woke up. How about steal all enchantments? Okay, now you don't have Guardian Angel. I didn't like ward myself, did I? Bastard. Oh. Ah! Wait a minute now. Did I choose resurrection or not? Oh, those are permanent deaths because of that spell that he cast on me, disintegrate. Yeah, that does permanent damage. You can't resurrect from that. Forgot about that. Alright, in an act of justice, Lord Lysander placed the sorcerer Mysterio in the same cell where we found Sir Contained. Although bruised and a bit undernourished, we found the sword-bearer alive. He was a broad-shouldered man of 60 years who still displayed some of the power of his youth. His neat mustache was shot completely through with white, as was his bristly hair. Lysander presented the true Griffin Heart blade to him with both hands, bowing to give both the sword bearer and the sword due respect. Before Sir Contain could take it, Deset jumped into his arms and kissed him longingly. I turned away as they wept happily. Not only did it seem to be a private moment, but I also didn't want to be reminded that I have never been greeted in such a manner. When the couple's lips finally parted, Sir Contain wrapped the woman in his big arms and held her close as he looked at the true Griffin Heart blade. I cannot take it, Sir, Contain said. I have outlived a king and queen. I swore that if I ever saw my wife again, I would renounce my title as sword bearer so that we could live the remainder of our years together. We have been apart for too long. More than 6 years, my love, Deset said. 6 years, so long. Lysander shifted uncomfortably. There must be a sword bearer, Sir Contain. Yes, Contain replied. Let it be he who won the sword back from Mastero. It was that easy. Just like that, Lysander became the sword bearer. He strapped the weapon across his back where it would be safe, and then took Sir Contain's hand in his own. I have but one more task for you before you retire, Sir Contain. I need your help, and the help of your fair wife, Lysander said. Wow, that was it? Wait a minute, but I didn't go in the other place. Well, whatever.
Sir Wharton seized control of most of Paladra while Lysander was away. That worm had the strength of the entire country now. Our most powerful weapon against him, however, wasn't a sword, or a magical artifact, or even an army. It was the truth.
Yeah. Okay, this must be the last map. I don't see carryover or anything like that. The rightful heir. This is it. I've never doubted that Lord Lysander would defeat Wharton and save Paladria, but recently I have worried in secret that something beyond his control might cause his plans to turn sour. I know my concerns are groundless, especially now that Sir Contain has joined us against his shameful son. Then we reached the border of Paladria and found the kingdom in the middle of a civil war. While we were off rescuing Sir Contain, Wharton had launched his attack and conquered most of the country, including the capital, Paladon. Sir Daymark, Paladria's regent while Lysander was gone, had been defeated in battle and locked in prison, it seemed. As soon as he received word of Wharton's victories, Lysander called a meeting of his advisors, Sir Contain and Lady Deset, Adamas and Protho, and even me. After relating the details of Wharton's success, Lysander stopped and looked upon us. His face tense as he tried to control his anger. And that was what we faced, Lysander said, gritting his teeth. Sir Wharton controls Paladon and 4 other strategic towns at the heart of Paladria. He's named himself King Wharton Griffinheart and has sent word to every community to swear fealty to him or suffer the dire consequences. It took a long time for someone to break the silence. Unfortunately, Adamas said finally, I see no realistic diplomatic solution. It seems a war is inevitable. I agree, Sir Contain said. Protho and Deset both nodded. Then all eyes turned to me. Lysander asked, and what do you think, Milton? Me? Yes, you've been on my side every step of the way. You know this land and its people just as well as I. Paladria is in chaos. How do I heal it? I was glad to even be part of this meeting, but to be asked to speak was unexpected. I had to say something, though, and quick. I cannot believe that all of Paladria has abandoned you, my lord. We cannot be the only ones who sent Sir Wharton's lies, I said. What do you mean? Lysander asked. Well, as powerful as Sir Wharton seems right now, he still doesn't possess the support of all Paladria, or surely he would have more than 5 cities under his power. You pass the word that Wharton is not of Griffinheart blood, I'd wager that the people would come to your aid rather than oppose you. The only likely reason they haven't joined Wharton yet is because they're not wholly certain he's telling the truth. They have no proof. You know, the proof would be the 2 people with me. His dad and mom, right? His father and mother. I think they would be proof enough. You don't need a freaking sword Am I wrong, or did I miss... I must have missed something. Yeah, Sir Contain and Lady Dissette. Also, why do they not have the same last name? What the hell? Okay, where was I? Okay. Brilliant, Sir Milton, Esquire Milton, Adamus commented. They don't act because they are afraid to make the wrong choice. Sir Contain interrupted. I must apologize again, Lord Lysander, for my son's horrible behavior. I swear to you that Dissette and I will remain at your side until we can mend the damage he has caused. It is shameful as it is. I will shout from every tower that Wharton is my flesh and blood, not King Griffinheart's. Yeah, that's all you need. You don't need a freaking sword. Dissette took her husband's hand and leaned in close. They were always next to each other, often arm in arm. I felt a pang of longing in the pit of my stomach and looked away. After a moment of silence, Lysander seemed to come to a decision. He said, "We march immediately and take Paladria back from the usurper." Adamus and Protho left immediately, but I was still there when Lysander took the hands of Sir Contain and Lady Dissette in his own. "I promise you," he said softly, that when the time comes, I will do my best to spare your son's life. People such as yourselves should never feel the loss of two sons. Okay, I have... okay, this is the... Sir Contain, he's a general. Okay, well, it probably makes sense at this point to split my army. I mean, dang. We have, like, so many dudes. So... let's see. Let's do this. You and you. And you. You're one army. And then... We have a healer, a druid, and a general in each army. And we could get nobility if we were so inclined. Basic order magic, I believe everybody, well, except for this guy, he probably didn't have order magic. There you go. I don't know, might as well take the money at this point. Cloak of Warding. Let's go ahead and set ourselves to Grandmaster Summoning what? Griffin? Yeah, I think in both cases we Grandmaster Summon Griffin. Advanced Summoning none. Expert Summoning Elves. Griffin. These guys don't have summoning. Okay. What's this? Wand of Fire. And we don't know what that medicine wagon has here. Okay, yeah, one guy takes one path, the other guy takes the other path. I did slow... No, I didn't slow those guys. Okay, no wonder they're coming at me so fast. That was actually not that much experience. West Hamlet of Hudson, East Town of Rasson Hill. Okay. I don't need that. I'm gonna just skip those. Those guys are too slow. A young, nervous man stands outside the farmhouse. Please help me, he calls. As you pass by, nodding, he tells you his problem. I have got to get my grain to the traders, but there's an angry mob of peasants nearby. There's no one around here to get rid of them. If you disperse the mob, I'll give you some healing potions. Nah. Keep your healing potions, bro. I do see the peasants, though. Forgot to cast that, actually. I don't think she has... No, she doesn't have those spells. Wand of Fire, though. In a final attempt to end the war before it began, Sir Kentain and Lady Desset composed a letter to their son. They warned him that he would soon be exposed and begged him to surrender before more innocent people were killed. They were kind. They even offered him their love despite all of the things that he had done, and Sir Kentain apologized for not spending more time with him when he was young. When Desset finished reading the letter to Lord Lysander, she said, "We were hoping we could use one of your messengers to deliver this to our son in Paladon." Lysander took the letter. "Of course, lady. In fact, my squire Milton will deliver it," Lysander said, handing me the parchment. I felt my muscles tense. Why me? Later, after Sir Kentain and Lady Desset were gone, Lysander sat down with me. He must have noticed my earlier surprise, because he was immediately began to explain himself. You'll travel under the truce flag, Milton. You should be safe, but when you deliver this letter to Wharton, I want you to look into the eyes of his soldiers. Tell me how loyal they are. Tell me if they will fight to the death for this man. You are the only one I can trust to make this determination, Milton. Thank you, my lord, I said. I will do my best. I know. Alright, let's get a feel here. There's a town over there. Okay, yeah. Split my army was a good decision. Yeah, we'll go one way with one group and the other way with the other group. Okay. There are no guards here, but the game seems rusted shut. You figure out that 3 potions of acid should do the trick. Oh, I don't suppose they'd be right here, would they? Ah, nice. They'll join me. Go for it, brah. Oh, you don't have archery. Just out of curiosity, I'm wondering if there's some potions of acid. No, that's not a potion of acid. Nope. Nope. Okay, I thought they were gonna put it over there. All right, so gotta get that somewhere else, I guess. Let me see here. These 2 characters are actually a bit on the weak side. Recruit some peasants. Peasants. Hey. Blue army. Bunch of peasants there. Oh, these are the peasants that this guy was talking about. That's right. What does he think that I'm going to do with a potion of healing at this point? I mean, give me a break. Okay, that's just an axe. You know, I could hire, like, a thief or something. Well, that is if I had a little bit more money. Should I do that? Should I hire a thief? Just go scout a little bit? Yeah, what the hell? Let's do it. Not having, like, pathfinding the whole game here is kind of irritating. Gundross. Go, Gundross. You can do it, bro. Yes. Okay. Damn, that's a lot of peasants. Why is there so many peasants there? Should Should I give a damn? I think I'm just going to go over here. Let's rearrange these guys in a way that kind of makes sense here. There's monks right there. No. Go in here. Solve that little problem. I thought that this guy had better archery than that. Okay, no, it was this other dude. Okay. Oh man. Okay, that's what you get. Should have slowed him down, but whatever. What the? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's fine. I would like to take that gold mine. I think that would probably help me a lot. Scores and score. You know what? Do I even need to fight these guys? What about getting in here? Provide us with proof. Okay, proof. Wait, the guard peeked out the window. Show us the real parents of King Wharton. Yes, you watch as Sir Contain and Lady Desette announce themselves to the guard in the tower. Fortunately, there's a veteran commanding them, a man who has fought besides Contain in many battles. The two men embrace. Soon the guards are convinced that Wharton isn't their true king, and apologize for supporting the scoundrel. Of course, you may pass this tower at any time. Okay, cool. Luckily, the impeccable reputations of Sir Contain and Lady Desette are enough to convince the people of Rassenhill that Wharton is not their rightful heir to the Griffinheart throne, so they decide to join your cause against the usurper. Ah, nice. All I had to go in there do is get in there a little bit, and I got a town. Okay. Okay, I can build anything I want, apparently. Not bad. Staff of Death. Really? Staff of Death, huh? Okay, advanced stealth. Okay. Let's go up there. Staff of Death. Well, that doesn't do me any good, actually. I don't have any death spells. Never even got offered that category of magic, so this is a town, right? But it's walled off. I don't know what the requirements are for getting rid of that wall. Cool. I got some guys waiting in here. Wonder if I should just go, like... I mean, I've got things to get over here, but this is the last map. Let's see if I could just rush the exit. Vial of Acid. Does the Order of Paladins... Oh, yeah, the Order of Paladins does give me access to Vial of Acid. Okay, so... basically in here are just buffs. I lost count of how many times I was stopped by enemy patrols during my journey to Paladin. Each time I had to explain that I was delivering a message to Sir Wharton himself. First time I called Wharton Sir, I got slapped across the jaw with a gauntleted hand. The blow drew blood. That's King Griffinheart, traitor, the soldier said. As I had been ordered, I stared into the man's eyes. Loyalty wasn't driving this man. He didn't even seem to be a proper soldier. No, he had hit me because he enjoyed violence. Were these the kind of thugs Wharton was recruiting into his army? Word is starting to spread throughout the land that Wharton is not the true king, especially in those areas where there are no lords to squelch such rumors. The town of Barrington has decided to join your cause. Okay, where is that? Ooh, yeah, okay. Alright. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. Okay, that's just a power-up. I don't really need to go through there if I don't want to. Okay, so this one will probably open up later. You know, going over there now is not really going to do much. Mass Fortune. Don't need it. Nice shot. What's the stats on this guy again? He's level 26. Okay. Okay. Big stats, I guess. That doesn't matter anyway. But out of curiosity. Okay, so yeah, this is did you get this? You did visit that. Okay, I imagine that this will come available later. And I guess we need to go down here. You know what? We might as well kind of link up here. There's no reason not to link up, I think. I mean, or at least link this guy in here. I don't really need these two. Yeah. Yeah. These two are like, the hell with them. Or I don't know, maybe I'll take her. She's alright. Yeah, there's actually no reason not to consolidate. I don't know why she's in front. You're literally higher than everybody else. That's disgusting. So Staff of Wizardry, which ain't bad. I mean, this guy doesn't have anything better to put on right now. Well, why not? I announced my name and purpose when I arrived at the gates of Paladon. Instead of being brought before Wharton, I met the city's seneschal, which I'm not sure what that is. The man appeared fatter than the last time I had seen him, and there were quite a few more gold rings around his pudgy fingers. Yet, as I rode through the streets of Paladon, I noticed people with drawn cheeks and frightened expressions staring back at me. Wharton was bleeding the people dry to fund his war against Lord Lysander, and people like Seneschal were profiting from it. After my brief, pointless meeting with the Seneschal, I was ushered to my own room where I would end up waiting for 3 days. Another town has stepped up to join the battle against the usurper. Unfortunately, Muldoon will be the last because no other community is bold enough to stand up against Wharton's considerable forces. You really can't blame them. Alright. Suppose not. I suppose not. We gotta do this the hard way. Do I need this? Not really. Let's just go. Let them run. So I should be able to just sneak past these guys now. Okay, I did, but I didn't get an experience for it, and I'm not quite sure why. Oh, Vader's crossbow sloth. Absolutely get that on somebody. Okay. I guess that's probably the best thing we can do, is just buy that. Yeah, this is the last town that's going to join me, it said. So the rest of them I have to take the hard way. I mean, we could be building stuff up, but I'm thinking that maybe I just rush the ending. I'm not sure how much I actually need to build up. I'm not sure how hard the ending is going to be. I'm figuring with the characters that I have, it shouldn't be that hard, right? Maybe. Get some. Well, ¿cuánto quieres? ¿Trajiste los niños? No? ¿Puedes? Alright. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's see here. Gonna need, let's see. That. And then that. Did actually manage to take some real damage there. Yeah, there's no might ward, unfortunately, so can't really get that extra edge against those guys. Okay. We're just going. What is this? Banish? Don't see why I would even need that. Will you stop it with that, dude? Also, I'm not sure how you got the first move. It's like 1 in a million kind of crap there. You lucky punk! You lucky, lucky punk. Okay, well, I did get credit for that, but really not as much experience as I would have thought going past, like, 1,500 peasants. What are we missing here? A fort and a tavern, huh? But you know what? Let's build the, like, the city hall and stuff. Maximize our income first before we do anything. Although I wasn't called a prisoner, I was treated like one for 3 days. There was a guard outside my door, and since I could go nowhere without him, I seldom went anywhere at all. But when I looked into the soldier's eyes, I saw uncertainty and a little fear. He was just doing his job. Perhaps he even wished he could find a way out of it. Now, I knew why Lysander had sent me. More than anyone, I knew what loyalty was. I saw it every time I looked in a mirror. My lord wanted to know if Wharton inspired loyalty in his men, because without it, our fight would be much easier. There was a knock on the door. It opened a moment later, and one of the tallest women I had ever seen stepped inside. She was broad shoulders but shapely. I found the crow's feet at the corner of her deep blue eyes especially attractive, made doubly so when she smiled as she set a tray of food on the desk near the window. "I like to eat by a window," she said, throwing open the shutters. "It's better for the digestion." "Thank you," I said. "What happened to the normal girl?" For 3 days, the same young servant girl had delivered my food. "She's playing sick for me," she whispered. I immediately stepped away from the door. "Who are you?" I asked quietly. "The name is Portia, and you are Lord Lysander's man, are you not?" "Yes, Squire Milton." "I can't remain here for long, or the guard will get suspicious," Portia said. She turned and clattered the tray of food around the guards for the guard's benefit, perhaps buying herself a few seconds. "Why have you come?" 2 reasons. One of them is selfish, which is why I volunteered. I've come to tell you that all the commanders and soldiers loyal to Lord Lysander have either been killed or locked away. Paladron will fight if you come, but know that its people have no love for the King Warden. I've seen that, I said. Portia stepped closer, placed a hand on my shoulder. She smelled of fresh bread and cinnamon. My other reason for coming here is personal. Is it true that a cleric by the name of Protho travels with Lord Lysander now? I saw nothing but concern in her eyes, and suddenly it dawned on me. The woman must be Protho's wife, or likely his mistress. Only someone in love could be that worried about another. Just my luck. There was something about her that made me forget about the war. Yes, Protho is one of my lord's advisors. Is he well? The door clicked and creaked open. Quickly, I said, yes. Then Portia slapped me. The attack sent me reeling into my bed, where I tripped and fell to the floor. I'm no prostitute, sir. I do you the honor of bringing you your food myself, and this is how you treat me. How dare you? Despite my spinning head, I could see the guard's grin. Portia's back was still facing the guard. She flashed me a grin and wink, and then stormed out of the room. I still wasn't sure what had happened, but maybe my thoughts would come easier as soon as the room stopped doing flips. You're lucky, sir, said the guard. She left your legs intact. That one could have done a lot worse. And then he closed the door, leaving me alone with my pain. Alright, great. Let's get some level. Oh, it got Master Summoning on Protho. So finally that went somewhere. What do we have the options of? Well, we're summoning elves, I guess. Okay. Great. Let's go Protho. Okay, there's another city right there. Oh, there's another one right here too. Yeah, what do you do with this guy? This guy has he's just not getting there, man. Just not getting there. Thought I could build a thief, but it's not really working out that well. Not really working out that well. This is another set of power-ups, I think. Oh, look at him move! Look at him go! You know, it's weird that I'm like, my Griffin summoning is keeping up with my Elf summoning. Ah, no you don't. Yeah, you can go ahead and run, fine. Not gonna save you. Let you flee. That's a lot of money. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. Don't need that stuff. Let's go. Do I care about that? Not really. You know, this is a place that I could go with this guy. It's just more power-ups in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Okay. On the 5th day, I finally met Sir Wharton. He sat on an elaborately carved throne, so new that it hadn't been painted yet. Although he wore no crown, there was a long cloak of blue silk over his shoulders, and the false griffin harp blade across his lap. I stared at the sword for a long time, but I could tell no difference from the original. You have something for me, Squire? Wharton said arrogantly, holding up the unopened letter I brought with me. He grinned at the lords and knights gathered in the throne room. it wouldn't be an unconditional surrender from Lord Boring, would it? I clenched my jaw as tight as the others had laughed. In their overconfidence, the guards had left me with my eating knife. It was still sheathed on my belt. Lysander had taught me to keep my blades razor sharp, even ones you didn't use in battle, so as I stared at Wharton's gloating face, I thought about how easy it would be to draw the knife and cut the scum's throat. No one was close enough to stop me, but I remembered my lord's promise to Sir Kentain and Lady Desset that he wouldn't kill Wharton, and Lysander's promise was my promise. Assassination was not the way, but as I decided against the attack, I was afraid I would soon regret missing the opportunity. No, Your Highness, I said with some difficulty, it's a letter from your real parents, Sir Kentain and Lady Desset. I should not have said that last part, especially in front of everyone. I was angry, so I struck out at Wharton the only way I could. Wharton tore the letter up without reading it and shouting, "Lies, lies!" I was thrown to the floor by one of the guards, and Wharton took his red-faced anger out on me, kicking until I was unconscious. Well, so much for that dude. Let's see. Do I want to go down here? I don't think I want to go down here. Let's not go down here. Let's go over this way instead. Okay, I don't see how this guy expects to stop me. Yeah. Why can't you just fly? Is this guy blocking you? I don't understand why you couldn't fly over. You're supposed to be able to do that. Okay. Alright. Got some stuff. A player has been eliminated. Good enough. I need the Order of Paladins here. Might as well start getting some potions of immortality, I think. Not that this is going to matter. I mean, I need like tens of thousands of experience to actually gain a level now. I'm not sure if I'm going to need this guy for quest stuff down here, so I'm going to bring him down here. Actually... Oh, wait. Can I not lose him? I'm not sure. Let's not chance it. I was gonna run to get him down to that town faster, but I'm not sure if I can. I think if I lose him, I lose the map. So let's not do that. What's it actually say? Yeah. Okay. I can't run with him. Okay, so There must be a warp or something. How do I get over there? Because it ain't this way. Well, let's go over here. Maybe things will become obvious, perhaps. You're not gonna res? You're not gonna res, huh? You don't do that. They don't do that. Computer doesn't do that stuff. Okay, yeah, there's no way to get over there, so what's the deal here? I can't. Okay. Let's go town gate. Go this way. Maybe this is it. I woke in a dungeon a couple of days ago, bruised and bloody and naked. In the cell next to me was Sir Daymark, the former regent, but apparently he was in even worse condition. Among other things, Daymark's jaw was broken, so we rarely spoke. After a couple of days with no food and water, I was finally brought a bowl of weak broth. The servant girl held the bowl gently to my lips as I drank, but when the guard wasn't looking, she reached inside her shift and pulled out a fist-sized cut of pork wrapped in cheesecloth. She quickly slipped it into my hands. From Portia, the servant whispered, "Thank you, and thank her for me." When I finished the broth, the servant wiped some of the dried blood from my face. "Stay strong," she said, and left me alone. Inspired by the servant girl's words, I shouted, "Stay strong, Sir Daymark. Lord Lysander will come soon." I'll come soon as I can find out where the heck I'm supposed to go here. Yeah. Yo, do I dare use quick combat? Okay, I did it. I survived. Alright, this looks... Well, I should be seeing like a warp or something. Or maybe I had to go up here? Oh, no. Oh, no, I don't know where to go. I don't know where I'm going. I'm hoping there's a portal over here. There is not a portal over there. I do not know where I'm going. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. Right through here. Yeah, okay. Mystery solved. I don't know why I missed that the first time. And probably, I'm going to have to do this. I'm probably going to have to consolidate everybody in here. I'm sure that these two characters are going to be needed for some quest things or something. So let's go ahead and pull him over here. Do that. Yeah, I hate to get rid of that, but whatever. I know I'm going to need this guy for a quest or something like that. Even though this dude is totally redundant. See, where was I? Where was I seeing that? It was right here. Can I please get through here? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's go. We're going. Yeah, this is the right spot. Oh, you can't go through there, huh? Gonna have to clear it. You know, just auto do this thing. That works. Oh, nice. Spell point doubler, huh? I can dig it. I'm not sure if that's really what I want to do, though. Maybe it is. Let the other guy explore that. I'm going this way. Sniper's crossbow. Sniper's crossbow is good. I don't think it's worth the detour, though. Yeah, it looks like where I want to go is over here. Here we go. Okay, this is not even really defended. Let them flee, why not? You have captured Brisbane. Okay, do have a stables there. Do you finally get summon spells in this one, or are they completely disabled for this whole friggin' map? That's funny. We had an unsuccessful attempt by the computer to do something there. The computer's just so inept, man. Okay, yeah, this is what I thought. This is a dead end. Okay, and let's see, what is the quest requirement to get through? Oh, I have it. Alright. I wonder if, do we just go for it? I think we maybe just go for it. Am I going to see Sir Wharton over here? I don't see him yet. Oh, that's not him, is it? That might be him. I don't know. I'm going to take his town. Just completely take his town. Lord Lysander himself removes my... Oh my god, I think I just beat the map, maybe. Lord Lysander himself removed my shackles and helped me from Paladin's small dungeon. I'm so sorry, Milton, he said. No, I quickly responded, you could not have known Wharton would ignore a truce flag. You've been killed. You could have been killed, but I wasn't, and now Paladria is yours again. It's over. Not quite, Lysander said. Recapturing Paladin should have been the cause for celebration, but soon I learned Sir Wharton was nowhere to be found. This battle would never be over as long as he was free. Later, after Adamas treated my wounds, we all met in the throne room. Wharton's fancy throne was gone, replaced by a normal chair. If I knew Lysander, Wharton's throne was firewood now. I winced when I saw Portia, the woman who had kept me alive during my imprisonment, in the arms of Protho. Protho said, that coward Wharton slipped over the wall last night before the siege and stole a horse from the farmer. And then Protho clapped his hands on Portia's shoulder and added, we can thank my big sister here for that bit of information. I smiled, of course. There was another kind of love that would have given Portia cause for concern, the love of a family member. She caught my expression and smiled back. Then Lysander said, I'm going after him. When Sir Contain stood as if to follow, Lysander said, No, I'll go alone. I need you to stay here as regent of Paladria, Sir Contain. Sir Daemar is in no condition to lead. Then I'll go, Prothos said. Once again, Lysander refused and insisted that he go alone. Don't be a fool. You don't know what's out there waiting for you, Prothos said. Wharton's power has been crushed. He's running scared. I cannot leave him out there or Paladrian will never be safe. Then Contain and Deset said, Nor can I leave him to some overzealous knight who might bring back his head to me on a lance. Wharton must face proper justice. As much as my muscles ached, I came to my feet. At least take your squire, lord. The others can keep Paladria safe while I watch your back. Lysander sighed and said, Fine, we ride now. Okay, but they're still with me. They're still with me, FYI. Is this him? 31 General? Level 31 General? This might be him. So this might be the final battle. Nope, this is not him. Okay. Not him. False alarm. Wait a minute, I thought I stole those enchantments. Apparently not. Now you're dead. Okay, don't know who that was, but they're gone. Yeah, flee to Graceville. What do I care? Don't know where Graceville is, but we're headed there, I think, pretty soon. Probably over here somewhere. Yeah, it said something about leaving these guys in the town or something like that, but it didn't happen. Turns out they're coming with me. The trail was warm. Wharton was close. Lord Lysander and I had been trotting side by side for miles when I tried to build the courage to ask the question that was on my mind. Finally, I blurted out, I'm thinking about retiring, my lord. Lysander brought his steed to a sudden halt. He looked at me, his eyes becoming fine lines. You're still young, Milton. Why? I absently rubbed a knee and said, I'm not so young anymore. Being your squire has been the greatest honor a man could have, but I feel like settling down for a while, maybe having a child or two. Having you as my squire has been my greatest honor, Milton, Lysander said, extending his hand. I took it. But, Lysander continued, holding my hand firmly in his, I can't allow you to leave my service. I need you too much. My muscles tensed, my heart skipped a beat. I hadn't considered that Lysander would refuse, but then, would it be so bad to commit my life to the service of a great hero? Then Lysander flashed one of his rare smiles. I'm in need of a new seneschal, Milton. My former one turned out to be loyal to Wharton, so I need to have someone I can trust. Of course, it will require thankless hours of hard work. You'll have to deal with a lot of people, I'm sure. One of the drawbacks of the position is that you'll have to talk to a lot of pretty women, including the new head of my kitchen, Portia. Oh, and probably I'll never allow you to leave the city limits of Paladron either. Are you daring enough to accept such a position? I laughed. I couldn't help it. You told a joke, my lord. Contrary to what people may believe, I'm not entirely without humor, Milton. So will you be my seneschal? Yes, I said. It would be my honor. Okay, but... only he may pass. Oh, I see. Well, what am I actually up against? Level 34 General. Why is... What? Are you kidding me? Okay. Am I supposed to be afraid of that? Let's give him the crossbow sloth and all that kind of crap. Not that. Staff of Death. He does have... Okay, he does have that one staff. This is the Potion of Strength. Am I crazy, or did I... Was it last map that I had the Potions of Mana? I guess it was my last map, huh? Okay, single combat. Here we go. See how he deals. Let's go. No reason to bring an army to catch one man. Really? You can't even bring the army? Alright, disband that crap. I'm coming in here. We stopped outside the cave where Wharton's trail ended. Lysander rode a few paces forward and then unsheathed his sword. Come out, Sir Wharton. There's nowhere else to run. Come out, and I'll give you my word of honor you'll be treated fairly. Shortly, Wharton replied, Ha! You'll lock me away for good, only if the courts find you guilty. And they will, thanks to my own mother and father. Everyone knows I'm not a Griffin Heart, nor no court will find me innocent, Wharton shouted from the darkness. He hadn't stepped in the open. This is probably true, Lysander admitted, but you can at least show some courage for once and step forward and accept your punishment. Many innocent people have died because of you. No, I won't rot in your jail or dangle from the end of a rope. I'll have another way. What would that be? Lysander asked suspiciously. That's when the bandits charged from cover, screaming for our deaths. We were outnumbered, standing back to back. Wharton's ambush took its price, which was probably how he planned it. I was incapacitated with several broken limbs, and Lysander's sword was still broken. Still, he boldly entered the cave to face Wharton. Wait here, he said. I shall return. I followed, so I heard Wharton's cocky voice as he said, Me and you, Lysander, single battle. The prize to the winner goes Paladria. I already have Paladria. Fine then, let's see who's the better man. Lysander dismounted before I could warn him that he had no weapon, but he reached absently to the familiar weight strapped across his back, to the true Griffinheart blade, and he drew that which cannot be drawn except by one of Griffinheart blood. Oh, no, I don't have it, actually. That's just the story, but I don't actually have the Griffinheart blade. I think I'll take a little bit of, I think I'll take a few things here first. Hydra health, there you go. Alright, let's go. We'll see who's the better man, indeed. Okay. Alright. Not too bad. I still have my buffs. And, do you have a ranged attack? You do not have a ranged attack, so I don't need to worry about ranged defense. I do have giant strength. Let's do giant strength first. I assume that he's just going to resist something if I throw something on him here. So we're just going to buff the hill. What do you mean you flee? Is that wrong? Is that a bug? Or... You know what? I'm going to reload last turn. I'm not sure if that's what's supposed to happen there. He runs? He can't run, can he? We're supposed to have that battle. Let me save the game here. Let's try that again. Let me wait. See if I can blind him. If I blind him, he won't be able to run through. Okay, no, he's immune to mat. He's probably immune to everything because he's probably got too much resistance. He doesn't have any. Yeah, he does. Oh, he's immune to steel enchantment. That's interesting. What's the running crap about? What is that? You can't be serious, bro. Okay, he didn't run this time. Not yet, anyway. Because that was... I don't know if he runs and I can't beat the map. I'm not sure if that happens or not. Okay. Well, Retribution, I think he's immune to all magic, so Retribution probably wouldn't do anything. Yeah, and then he runs. Let me just keep hitting in turn. Or wait a minute. Maybe he still has a place over there. Maybe that's why he can run. I tell you what, let me go finish, like, let me make sure he doesn't have a place to run to. Because maybe that's the problem. If I completely eliminate his places to run to, maybe then he can't do that. Okay, Orange has been eliminated. I'm assuming that's the last town. Therefore, he shouldn't be able to run at this point, right? That's the theory. Just make sure there's nothing weird going on over here. Like, is there a red town over here? I don't think there's room for red town. But I'm not going to count on that too much. I don't think I can give myself anything, can I? I can give myself resurrection, but that doesn't matter. Alright, this should be it. This should be the thing. Alright, Lysander, you're all alone. It's you versus the world. Here. Now we're gonna save it. Now there should be no place to run to. Now it's to the death. You get 2 shots. I do, you know, I didn't realize, but I do have some summoning spells. I have the ability to summon leprechauns. And I think I got that when I learned nature magic. I don't think there's literally any summoning abilities available. Like, I don't think there's any summoning spells available as a rule for this campaign. So the way I got that, I think must have been just when I took the skill itself. I think I don't have any more buffs. Nope, stone skin, nope. Yeah, he's not running now because he doesn't have a town, I think. Oh, you did... Oh, that's right. He was immune to being dispelling that, though. Alright, here it is. I watched the battle from the entrance of the cave, so when the bandits came out of their hiding places, I wished I could join the fray. To stand by while Lysander battled the enemy alone was one of the hardest things I have ever done. But with a true Griffin Heart blade, which I didn't actually have in that battle, FYI, my lord became like one of the bold kings of legend who started the Griffin Heart line. No one could stand against him, and neither could the false Griffinheart blade. Truth shattered the lie that day. The blade destroyed the false, and then drew a line through Wharton's helm and armor right down to his shoulder. Wharton would never again hold a sword again. Would never hold a sword again. Kill me, Wharton screamed. I would, but I owe your father your life, Lysander said, and pulled the true Griffinheart blade from Wharton's shoulder. How could someone like you come from 2 people as honorable as Sir Kentain and Lady Dissette, he asked. My father was no more than a servant, Wharton said with distaste. I wanted more for myself. Later, as we left the cave with Wharton bandaged and bound to his horse, I rode up to the man I had served for more than 12 years. Lysander called him by his name for the first time in my life. You are a Griffinheart. How? Lysander fingered the hilt of the magical blade sheathed at his hip. I could tell by his expression that he didn't know. I guess people are going to start calling me king now, he said with little disappointment. No one deserves it more, my king. My brothers and sisters are still out there somewhere, Milton, Lysander said, staring towards the horizon. I wonder if they know how dangerous the name they bear. What a dangerous name they bear. Okay.
That is the tale of how Lysander became the new King Griffinheart. I guess it is also the story of how I met my wife, but as I have said before, I am just a simple man. Milton. Husband, father, friend. History will not remember my name.
Okay, so that is the first campaign in the base game. You see my score. Average time, 4,095 was my score for that. Okay. Doesn't give me a rating, though. I don't know whether that's a Black Dragon rating or not. Okay, so the first campaign is done. I guess we might as well just do the other ones. That wasn't as bad as I remember, although for some reason in the original campaign, in this particular campaign, I remember having access to summon spells. I'm not sure why I remember that. I guess we'll go for one of these next. I'm not sure which. I'll have to make that decision later.